put a stop to Australia's innings. Bowling! Peter Siddle!
Well, let me tell you what happens, Bill. With the new coronavirus epidemic,
Yes.
we can't have guests in studio anymore for obvious health reasons, so we've got to talk to them on the phone. So this man was due to be in here talking to us.
Right.
But with the changes, we've actually had to ring him on the phone. But you would think, out of professionalism, if he couldn't come in here, the one place he wouldn't be would be on the golf course.
Well,
wouldn't
he's
he?
sitting at home waiting for the call.
For the call
Yep.
and preparing to do the interview he's booked to do. So, Sids, where do we find you?
On the golf course.
Oh, come on.
Hey, boys, you got to understand that everyone's been talking about this social distancing.
Yeah.
So I socially distanced myself from the city, got myself down to the National, and I'm miles away from civilization. It's brilliant.
I'll tell you what I'm hearing. You're miles away from the other three golfers too,
Yeah.
given how far sideways you're hitting it.
Who are we playing with, Sids?
I'm playing with my good mate Butch, who's actually sitting in the cart next to me. But your other old friends in the other cart is Chris Goulding and Daisy Thomas.
The Gold Man.
Actually,
and
Goldie.
Days.
And the old Jungle Daisy.
Yeah, Jungle Daisy, and he has spent a bit of time in the jungle today. He has been.
Oh, it's a nice foursome, that, with Butch, of course.
Beautifully done.
Yeah. Butcher's hitting them well, so we're a couple up here, so we're flying.
Yeah, beautiful part of the world too, down the peninsula. Now listen here, what's going on, please? The coronavirus has struck. Sheffield Shield cricket's been called off, which, for me, Sids, brought about the worst possible result, and that is the trophy, without even a final being played, had to be handed to New South Wales.
Well done, New South.
Yeah, no, it is disappointing. Obviously, finally got called off today. So no final, no chance to have a crack at defending it, and New South Wales become the winners. But you can't really claim that, can you, when you don't play a final? So it's not really a great win.
Oh, well, they were top of the ladder. They weren't playing good cricket. You blokes smashed them up there, of course. So, and also all the Victorian Premier cricket's been called off. So, and I dare say all the other finals will be called off too. So that's a shame because we're looking at finals time now, aren't we?
It is, yeah. Everyone's pretty much, obviously the Premier Cricket all started their first round of finals on the weekend, and it's all done and dusted. So, yeah, it's obviously disappointing for the club cricketer that only gets to play on the weekends. He works all week to get that game in, and now it's been cancelled on him. So that's obviously disappointing, but, obviously, whatever happens with this coronavirus, it could get a lot worse. So hopefully it does prevent a little bit of it.
Well, I tell you how bad it is. The IPL, Sids, has been pushed back, and that is something that never gets moved because cash is king in that part of the world, but even they have changed their scheduling.
Yep, correct. I think India control cricket around the world, so if they're, cricket mad country, always wanting it, always wanting to play it, that, if they're holding things up, that things are changing. So, yeah, they're postponed at the moment, but, you never know. Some of the boys that were meant to be going over still think that it might not go ahead. So, yeah, we'll have to wait and see there.
Wow. Hey, you found a couple this year, I reckon, Sids. The Vicks, of course, Sutherland. It's been good. He's been a very handy pickup.
Yeah, no, we got some nice youngsters come along. Yeah, obviously, Will Sutherland, big, tall bowling all-rounder at the moment, but I think he'll turn into a decent batter as he matures. And then, the couple of 17-year-olds.
Fraser
McGurk, yep. Little Rooster and little Parker.
Yeah.
Two young guns, but Parker, there's a chance that I think he's predicted top 20 in the draft. So got to try and keep him away from footy, but we'll see what happens.
Pekoski, how's he going, mate?
He's going okay. He's obviously he's settled. I think he obviously hasn't played the last couple of weeks, but I think he was going to be all right for the remaining couple of games. So I think it's one of those things though. You never truly know how they're going. Obviously, he's working with the people that he has to get in the right frame of mind. But obviously the chats I've had with him, he seems to be doing all right, and he's pretty happy where he's at.
And you're out of international cricket. Congratulations from the Rush Hour family on a superb career, 221 wickets, magnificent. But the Aussies have got a very quiet winter ahead.
They have. It is a very quiet winter. They're off to Bangladesh in the middle of the year, but obviously that's up in the air now.
Yes.
So other than that, it could be a quiet winter until the summer comes back around.
And then India, of course, here, Fat.
That'll
In
be a
fact,
big
the
one.
next 2 summers, India into the Ashes, they're the big ones.
They are the
will
big
be enormous. All right, stay there, Sids. I know
Yes.
you're on your cart down at the National.
Have a shot.
But stay there because we need to talk to you about this amazing series of documentaries called The Test, available on Amazon Prime. I don't know if you've seen any of them, Fat. They are brilliant. Can you stick around, please, Sids?
Done.
And tell Butch to just sit on his ass and shut up for a minute.
It's a rush hour. Triple M. It's the rush hour on Triple M with JB and Bill, all thanks to Sportsbet.
Magnificent game of cricket here at Old Trafford. Marvellous series.
What I want you to keep thinking about, not just for this test match, but every time you play for Australia, remember who you're representing. Not just representing us, you're representing the whole country.
The Test is the name of this series, Bill. It is quite extraordinary, very powerful. Amazon Prime, you'll be able to see it. I was watching the first 3 episodes and watching it with great interest because it is amazingly well put together. And then suddenly, my Samsung 65-incher was full of chompers.
What happened? Oh, Tony Jones.
No, Sid's just, his face came up on the screen and it was just like a whole television full of teeth.
Oh, wasn't Tony Jones?
No. How much did you have to do with it,
standing
please?
next to Tony Jones, was I?
No, they were big, white, bloody banana-filled chompers.
Banana field.
Hey, it is amazing. If you're a fan of cricket or just sports, Sids, it is an amazing series.
Yeah, it is. I think it's always awkward when you're doing it. You don't really take too much notice of the camera. But yeah, we got to watch an episode the other week, and I watched one just recently, and yeah, it's come up well. It is weird seeing yourself on there and the interviews and everything, but hopefully, yeah, for the general public and everyone out there, that they enjoy the watch and obviously getting inside that inner sanctum, which you don't usually get to see.
Just by way of explanation, Bill, what happens is after the Sandgate situation in the South African series, it basically picks up from pretty much, Sids, the moment Justin Langer was announced as the coach and then the turnaround from rock bottom, losing 5-0 in a one-day series in England to the recent triumph. So it goes, it chapters and
Through
verses.
the
That.
ashes.
It is just amazing access to the inner sanctum. And Sids, for me, one of the most powerful parts of it was the Lord's dressing room when Steve Smith was hit in the neck.
Yeah, I think that's the episode we watched at the premiere, and it was probably one of the harder times I've had since playing the game. Since obviously we lost Phil and being the next man in, having the bat after Steve got hit. It was good. It affected me quite a lot, really. You're watching the best player in the world pretty much get concussed and then struggle off the field, and then you have to walk in after him. So it's pretty daunting, but I think that they captured it well, and it was a hard time, but we got through, and the remainder of the series was quite unforgettable.
Was there some talk that someone else might go into bat, but you said no, I'm going out to bat?
Yeah, I was next in, so obviously Nath was coming in after me, and he's not the most confident either. So it was pretty nerve-wracking for both of us. But obviously got up there and walked out, and all good.
I'll tell you what you did in true James Brayshaw style is got in line. You got in behind Jofra Archer. It was very nicely done. And I'll tell you what else happened there. We were very concerned, obviously, everyone about Steve Smith. Yeah. But it was the birth or the rebirth and launch of Marnus Labuschagne, Sids.
Was it what?
Sorry, boys, it's Daisy here. Sid has just had his tee shot. He'll be back in.
Daisy!
There you go.
Daisy Thomas here, the boy from the jungle.
Ever listen to the old jungle man?
Welcome back to the rush hour, Daisy.
I just had to slot one 315 down the centre, so all good.
I was just saying that even though we're very worried about Steve Smith, Marnus Labuschagne replaced him, and what about the performance of him since then?
He's a clone of Steve Smith.
Yeah, what about the second ball that he faced when he entered the game as the concussion sub and gets smacked on the melon? Second ball goes down, bounces up like a boxer, and then went about saving us the test. So he's been amazing since then, and that culminated to him winning the Test Player of the Year. So it was well deserved, and what an amazing start.
His eyes are still too close together, Jim.
Oh, no.
But have a good look at him.
Listen to Bill. That's what he's adding to this
We've
interview.
seen your promo photo for the footy show, mate.
Hey, I saw with interest where I think it was Uzi Khawaja comes in to JL and says, mate, JL, you're very intimidating. Actually, you're very intimidating to a lot of the players. How did all that go down?
That was at the MCG, and we had a little chat and between the players, and then sort of the coaches came in. We had a bit more of a chat, and that sort of came out. And it was when I was 12th man in that Indian series. So it worked out well for me because I'm like, boys, I've got to shoot off. I've got to go to a Big Bash game. So I'll leave you to it. I'm about to get in the Uber. So I got out of there quick, smart. But I think, the boys were a little bit nervous about bringing that up. And Uzi got on the front foot, and I think, throughout a few of those episodes, you see him and JL have a little go back and forth. But I think, it's all in love of the game and the team and players just trying to, get better. And I think, it made it good for the group. The group learned. I think the coaches learned, and we're in a good place now.